Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check, brought to you by none other than Because Bitcoin. As always, a reminder that there is no second best daily YouTube live stream to be able to talk about these markets. Happy Thursday, guys. Day before Friday. I always like to say I love Thursdays. I used to love Thursdays when I was working my old job. Always felt like the Friday before Friday, right? We're going to treat it like a Friday. We're going to be looking at a lot of altcoins, having a lot of fun today. A lot of setups that are looking pretty primed, right? I mean, we had Bitcoin that bounced very, very strongly off the low yesterday. I don't think it happened live on stream yesterday, but regardless, right? I mean, we now have a pretty interesting framework here with Bitcoin now trying to break market structure, or maybe just trying to range and give altcoins the cool down for Bitcoin specifically that is necessary for altcoins to be able to run. But we're going to talk about that and more here, guys. But real quickly, before we start cooking, before we start sharing that big, juicy alpha, we always appreciate when you guys smash that like button before we get started. If you are a YouTube viewer and you can see the comments, definitely take the advice here. Everyone hit the likes. We need to see the altcoin charts today, not the soybeans, preferably. But yeah, guys, sure we'll bug you again about the likes, but regardless, it always means a lot to us when you guys like and subscribe, engage, and enjoy our content. But let's dive into the market, guys. I don't know if I ever introduced the three of us, but if you are a regular, you know who we are already. If you're not, I'm Tommy. I also go by Snorlax. I'm joined by Tucker and Jackus, and we're going to have Max coming in later on the stream as well. But more specifically about markets, it's like I said, guys, Bitcoin gave us an amazing bounce off those lows. And altcoins responded in kind. And now we're in a place where, you know, for the first time since probably the I'm going to call it the ETF range because it's just easier to classify it that way. For really the first time since that 37 to 49K range that we were trading in December and January, Bitcoin looks like it might range. It might go sideways, which, as we know, is often very beneficial for altcoins. It's been this effect of Bitcoin siphoning liquidity out of pretty much every alt that's not named Solana or meme coins for the last 3 or 4 weeks. But now, not only has Bitcoin put in a big high, it has put in obviously a big pullback from that high, and it's trying to go sideways here. One of the things Tucker was kind of mentioning before we went live, I mean, it hasn't technically quite broken market structure just yet. So that is something to be mindful of as well. But if we are able to go sideways here on Bitcoin, you're probably going to see altcoins, really outperform. And I think you're seeing that reflected in a lot of the setups that I'm kind of viewing this morning across the board. And we're going to get into that and more very, very shortly, guys. So if you do have any like recommendations for us or any altcoin charts specifically that you want us to take a look at, drop those in the comments. A reminder that we're not going to cover anything below 50 to 100 million market capitalization. I mean, come on, guys. But either way, I mean, look, the main reason that we ripped yesterday, I guess we had some FUD with ETH. I do want to talk about that at some point, but we did have Powell yesterday, and it was more, as I always say, equities are all about positioning. Nothing that Powell says is important unless he says something completely unexpected. And he hasn't said anything completely unexpected since probably Jackson Hole in 2022. So what happens when you have a macro event where people are heavily hedged into it and nothing happens? The hedges have to come off. Volatility gets destroyed. Equities rise. That's exactly what happened yesterday. And we gapped up again today. So macro bears having a tough day once again. But that's enough.
Interesting. Let's check that out, Tommy.
Yeah, let's take a look, guys. Because I'm done rambling. I'm ready to dive into the charts, dive into these markets, see what you guys are seeing as well. I feel like we got a great slate of setups, especially on altcoins, that are really shaping up here.
Jan 26, 2021. Jan 26, right in here. Okay. Okay. Let's just
It was Tesla buying.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Was that here or was that here? I don't remember. Was that this?
I've seen
No,
ads
do
of this.
you see that? Do you see that?
No,
wake?
it was this one.
Do you see that wake? Do you
I
see
thought
that
it was
wake?
that one, wasn't it?
It was both.
It was both.
Yeah, first was that Tesla is acquiring, and second
Yeah,
was
that
that Tesla
one.
will allow to buy with Bitcoin. Like you could buy Teslas with Bitcoin. The first one was that Tesla bought.
Okay, so he's looking at this though.
We cannot see the dates though because there's the comment.
This is oh shit. Hide the comment. All right.
I have
It
seen
did.
somebody compare the current price action to this time period, but I don't know if I think they're necessarily that similar, personally, because
They are
I think
not, and
I think
it's
Bitcoin
not.
has more to give than Bitcoin at that stage of the cycle.
What did you say?
Well, I think Bitcoin probably has more to give than Bitcoin did. You know, from like 40K, that was the top of the most recent consolidation from January 26, 2021. We only went about 50%, 60% higher from there. I think Bitcoin has a lot more to give within this cycle than where this occurred in the 2021 cycle.
Yeah, this pullback was also 30%. That's
When I say give, let me rephrase. I meant take. Like I
yeah,
think Bitcoin
yeah.
have more upside than what the 2021 cycle had from that point.
Damn, you think we're good with 18%? I'm good with 18%, man. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
That was the first real pullback that happened in that
I'm
cycle.
still, yeah, I still think we're here, man, honestly.
I do not think either. I still think we are in 2017.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's look at 2017 then.
That's way more accurate where we are.
Let's look at it.
I don't know if you guys are seeing the comments, but we're getting a lot of support from our guys. They don't want to see the soybeans. They want you guys to hit the like button.
Soybean chart before
400 likes. Wow.
Where are we? Where are we?
You like this one, Jackus?
Okay.
Yeah, because look how we broke above that all-time highs and then went back below it. Just like now, it's legit the same thing. Like the similarities between that cycle and this cycle are just extraordinary.
Yeah, that's true.
You see that?
Yeah, let me mark out the all-time high real quick, though. Come on. That's about right. I moved it. Okay.
Somebody don't like no more soybeans. I love our community.
I know. Wait, we're gonna have to drop this down. You see it? I kind of see it. Yeah, I mean, this pullback was a lot, though, right? I mean, Bitcoin was $800, but that was 30%.
Yeah, but look how, like, yeah, I agree. Like, we discussed this, right? That the pullbacks are getting smaller and more coordinated than they were 5 years ago. Or Jesus, how much is it? 7 years ago. Wow. Where did the time go? Nicholas, do I tackle that? Probably I'll leave that for another show.
So
diminishing returns are real, all right, but they will not be real for every single cycle. Just quickly.
I like this. What do you think about that?
I can rock with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably where we are, in my opinion.
Yeah, it will probably happen slightly different as usual, but you know, respect the chart, respect the structure.
Yeah.
I mean, we got somebody commenting, Tucker, that I should be CFO. You got to tell him how much more proficient you are with the numbers than I am.
No, Tommy is in exactly the role he should be, especially with our new venture. Just the perfect role. Trust.
Wait, what do you mean, Jikis agrees?
I don't know, man.
Wait, what? Jack disagrees. This election.
Comment section's writing fan fiction about us, guys.
Oh my god! Obviously, Jack disagrees.
First of all, if I'm agreeing, that means I have to agree for someone else. Who am I agreeing with?
Yeah.
But he's just joking.
Trust me, everyone who works here is exactly where they should be, and it is a well-oiled machine, guys.
A very well-oiled machine, absolutely.
Very well-oiled machine.
Yes.
Let's talk about ETH, guys, because obviously we did have some ETH FUD yesterday. At the bottom.
What did I say live? What did I say live about the FUD?
Oh yeah, that was kind of clear and obvious. Like, yeah, that was, of course, that marked the bottom, man.
Yeah.
Where did that happen? That was right here. That was right here.
Yeah. There was legit coordinated FUD to create a pullback to retest the range low and send it higher, man.
Run the stops, the last remaining plebes. I need a new Ferrari.
And what's surprising to me even more is that, like, legit, Larry Fink deposited 100 million on USDC on Ether, and that went completely unnoticed while everyone was, like, oh my god, SEC is suing.
Yeah.
Who's pushing these? Who's pulling the strings, guys?
The market maker. The mysterious market maker. Did you guys ever play Super Smash Bros. When you were younger? You know, that Mr. Hand thing?
Yes.
That's who's pulling the strings. But I mean, structurally, ETH does look a little bit worse than Bitcoin still.
Yeah, it does. Because Bitcoin got above this high. So
it hasn't.
It's trying to, at least. Let me see real quick.
It's actually pretty.
They're in the
pretty
same
much
spot. Yeah.
But they are not really, because I have to give it that ETH was weaker during this drop, quite obviously. But during the last drop, when we were trading at 40K, then ETH didn't go as low as BTC has. So but that kind of trade in tandem. So wherever one goes, the other will follow, and then sooner or later, ETH will be going higher, as it's always been at some. By the way, wait.
Scalper, or the super sniper.
The super sniper.
The super scalper. Level to level, maybe.
Just a quick Tommy here. But guys, can we entertain the idea or what we were discussing live on Tuesday when we were right here? We were bouncing hard, and I was saying that, hey, I'm not biting. And at that point, this H4 was, like here without the wick. I was saying, I feel this does one more drop lower to really shake people out, and then we bottom and go higher. And I do not know why. I think it was probably because of the M15 that I looked at when there was the coordinated TWAP sell-off. Then there was Tommy was saying that very well, that this is like a pump to wreck some late shorters, then wreck early longers, and then revert it. But that played out so beautifully.
It was actually enjoyable. I mean, I say enjoyable, not really from the standpoint that it was actually enjoyable, but it was interesting to watch the way that we sold off, or at least kind of the way that we did it. We were talking about it on Market Check. I think it was on Monday, Jack. It's how the sell was like somebody T-whopping out of spot, just very
Tuesday.
And very based on like 15-minute momentum algorithms. And finally that broke. I haven't actually even taken a look at the 15-minute momentum to see if they're trying to do it again, but that's probably something that we should be tracking.
Pull on Agar, it's over right here.
Oh my god, are we nuking? Oh no. It's over, Jackus. Pack it
I
up.
don't have the 15-second chart.
You need to go lower.
Too much alpha for me.
Oh no.
I still think we're gonna probably bounce out of here, man. At least maybe not Bitcoin. Bitcoin might range, but altcoins look like they want to spring higher. I'm looking at meme coins. Solana less so this morning, more so yesterday, but it still looks really good. I guess we're up 5% on the day. Doge looks good. ETH looks good. A lot of layer ones right now looking very perky, like a Sui. They're just looking for a catalyst.
It's over. Oh man.
Did you guys see that wick? How quick it was? Jesus, there were so many market orders below that wick low.
Yeah.
Good volume on that candle.
That was nice.
Yeah, like you've seen that. Like it legit triggered so many stops, and you know that someone just scooped it up.
We can go higher now,
man. Alt's holding structure, and I think what happened last year in the middle of the summer that pumped altcoins like 100% a day. Do we have a catalyst like that might be coming up here over the next few weeks on a specific?
Tell me don't. Don't you dare.
I won't steal Jackus's thunder there, but we do have some interesting altcoin catalysts, let's just call it, to pay attention to over the next few days.
Oh yeah, man, it's really amazing how the alts did not care one single bit. Not one single fuck was given during this drop on BTC. Like the alts were like, okay, boomer, let's get you to bed.
People responded to Gary Gensler deeming ETH a security by buying more securities. Man, I can't imagine anything more poetic than that.
You like my my Solana bull flag here, Tommy?
I do. I hope it plays, man. I hope it plays.
It's gonna play, man.
Now, Sol kind of reminds me of
slightly deeper.
People love to compare Sol to ETH. There's like in particular one stretch of price action on ETH from the last bull run that I can think of. Can you go to the ETH chart?
What likes we at?
Yes, I can. How much
deeper? Wait. Before you do, we will decide if we go on Ether chart or the soybean chart. All right.
Okay. What are we at?
We're at 83 likes right now, guys.
83.
83 is pretty good for 20 minutes.
No. It was decided that it's a soybean chart.
Oh.
We gave you guys time. But
let's get to over 100 likes. We're only 17 away, and then we can turn the soybean chart off.
All right. So soybeans,
and then ETH, if they can get to 100 likes, which they should be able to.
Don't mess this up.
In the comment section that they'll get there.
Oh man,
you moron.
What's the target for the soybeans
this year?
Yeah, look at the high time frame for the soybean chart, Tucker. Let's give people what they came for.
Oh my! Garbage.
Why does that look like BNB Bitcoin a little bit?
It does. I do see that. That's actually bullish.
Deviation, bruv. Wow.
Yeah. Cycler. The fuck is soybean?
No. Cycler, this is what we do on every show when we don't have enough likes to continue looking at altcoin charts. We look at soybeans until we get to 100 likes. I still don't even know where I would trade soybeans. Like, let me see on my brokerage if they even.
There's no way.
I have to do futures for it probably on like TDA.
There could be some nice options right now for soybeans long.
We're 5 likes away, guys. We have 1,400 live viewers right now between Twitter and YouTube. I know we can get to 100 likes, guys.
Well, Twitter is a little skewed.
I'm still gonna let me shill our propaganda.
All right. Go ahead. What do we have?
All right, we got to 100 likes. We can look at ETH now.
You guys want to check out the old corn? Down only.
That actually looks pretty good.
Lumber. Man, look at that.
Wow.
Who could have foreseen, Tommy?
Is gold leading Bitcoin by a few months? Or, well, no, I take that back. That's a few years, more like. Disregard what I said.
Yeah.
Tommy, the coin you were about to mention is going for it again. But just
is it? Yeah, it's going to be a big winner, man. I tweeted about it earlier today. If you guys follow me, it's going to be a very hated rally. And the last time it got good news, it benefited the entire altcoin market. I remember altcoins going up like 20 to 30% in a few hours when that announcement did hit. It's not Pepe. It's not Pepe. We will address it at some point on this show, I'm sure. It's definitely not Bohm either.
What about Bob? I'm not sure that people remember, but I love this meme, man.
Tucker, can we look at ETH from back in 2020 to 2021? Because there's like this really specific bit of price action where ETH did that I think you could see Sol be doing the equivalent of right now.
When?
Actually, let me think. Is it right there? Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I want to say it's either like right. Yeah, it's basically right there, I think. You see this super choppy price action near the all-time highs. But ultimately, we know how it culminated. Yes.
So we put in the high. We're going to do that.
I mean, it might take more time. I mean,
But
this consolidation on ETH lasted 3 or 4 months, but
that's generally that.
Maybe a little bit further back in the structure on ETH. Like it could be at the start of that too. But I think the important thing is that Sol is going to go up a lot more if this does happen.
I mean, it's either speed running it or you're here, right?
Yeah.
I think there is slightly different structure on Sol right now with a range being formed here. I think it's going to go sideways for a little. On the like H4 right now.
Let me take a look.
This looks nice.
Yeah, I kind of think it's going to range.
Yeah, but essentially, obviously, like all-time highs is inevitable for Sol. So probably not going to range for that long, but for some time, good.
Because I think WIF still looks pretty good, and Sol adjacents like Jito as well still look like they can continue higher locally speaking. So I think if we get a range, it's more likely to. I mean, it'll be sideways, right, to the point where it'll chop up everybody who's trying to catch the all-time high breakout on leverage, in the same way that Bitcoin just did. But I think we can chop up, a vertical accumulation similarly to what ETH did.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, it looks pretty similar, honestly. I would say a lot of alts probably do that while Bitcoin moves higher, if I had to guess.
No, it's really alts time this time around, Tucker. I refuse to accept. Yeah, I do. I cannot see. I can see scenario where BTC is going to be other way around. BTC goes up like this, but alts go harder.
We got a super chat, guys.
Oh yeah.
Evan. Shout out, Evan. Thank you, man, for your support. Always loving the morning alpha at work. Been accumulating all through the bear and FUD, so I'm an enjoyer. Thoughts on Bitcoin going parabolic quickly or a slower 2-year bull?
Well, do you mean like from the bottom 2-year bull or from the current prices? Because kind of hard to see BTC going for the next 2 years from here. I do not think that's going to be the case to sustain the rally for 2 years.
Yeah, because I mean, how long did this take? This took that wasn't even a full year, right? So if we think we're in this, you basically have less than a year till the top. You have 267 days, which is kind of my bias at this point. And you just ripped parabolically and had pullbacks, and that was it.
Hey, can you stop spamming in the chat about Kaspa? This is why I don't like the community that much, man.
Just for that, we're not going to look at the Kaspa chart.
You can ban him, Jackus, if you want to. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know why I'm so generous, but I'm always giving the guy second chance, man. So
December Q4 this year, if we are here in 2017, would be the top. My cat, bro. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My
cat's just next to me, Tucker.
Your cat is good, dude. My cat is a nightmare sometimes.
Man, I'm long because of guys like this on Kaspa, but at the same time, it's like, you know,
bullish on Colts, but also like dealing with them as a headache.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the topic of Bitcoin parabolic, I mean, we are kind of speed running this cycle. I think you can kind of interpret that in one of two ways, which is that Bitcoin is going to top significantly earlier in the cycle than in previous cycles, or that in general, you could just be having like this multi-year uptrend in Bitcoin that looks different than previous cycles, has a bit more of like a TradFi flavor to it, where it is more almost indexed, if that makes sense, where you're kind of just, I don't want to say up only, but kind of, you know, this is like Bitcoin's adoption cycle, but for TradFi. So I think, you know, you can view it a little bit more bullishly on a high time frame for that reason, which is also why, like, you know, I completely agree with Jack's assessment on diminishing returns. I mean, Bitcoin goes from 15, 16K low to 150 to 200K. That's maybe that's not quite outperforming the last cycle, but that for Bitcoin having a market capitalization as large as it is, I don't really consider that to be diminishing returns, because that's one hell of a return on Bitcoin. Maybe it doesn't even top 150, 200.
I think at like 220, it's outperforming the past cycle already, which is totally doable.
I think people need to kind of redefine their expectations on Bitcoin cycles, because you're probably not going to have cycles as you know them anymore now that Bitcoin has graduated into that next tier of TradFi assets. They're not going to let, you know, unless you just have a massive tech like blow up in equities that causes a bear market in the NASDAQ. I don't think you're going to have that in Bitcoin. You know, to these 70, 80% drawdowns that let you just continually reaccumulate every 4 years. I think that's over unless you see something catastrophic in equities.
Yeah, you definitely probably won't have the drawdown. You probably draw down a little bit in range for a while, but like, I mean, look, if we're even close to where we think we are at previous all-time highs and other cycles, right? Like, that would put the top in either December or July, you know? So yeah, I'd say we're speed running it for sure, right? Because people were not prepared for this pre-halving. They really weren't. So yeah, I think those are both probably sometime this year, man. Sometimes this year it's happening.
Most likely. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see, you know, as I keep on reminding guys, you know, stay bullish as long as the market is telling you, you know, watch, just like Pavel kind of is memeing, we'll watch the incoming data and decide meeting by meeting. So
that's what he says every single time, and people expect him to say something different. It's
yeah.
just like, And yesterday, I will say, yesterday was kind of interesting because Powell basically admitted inflation was high and said he didn't care, or like it wasn't a concern almost. Like that's not what he said literally, but that's essentially the message that he put across. And immediately after that, the S&P ripped 50 points to the upside.
No, yeah, he literally said we're not ignoring it, but like he basically said we're ignoring it. He's like we had some cool prints, we had some hot prints. I don't really care. Like that's basically what he said. Yeah.
He kind of he said it's on the way down and basically said we have different problems than this right now. And I like that he addressed, the QT/QE. What do you guys think of that one?
Say what?
He addressed the quantitative tightening cycle, that they'll be looking to come that one to a halt.
Oh, he's going to be slowing the pace of tapering.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is like super bullish.
Yeah.
Oh, they're literally just going to pump it into the election, man. They want Biden to win because he's going to get his ass fired if he doesn't. They're going to send this thing so much higher, so everybody's just frothy and excited about the economy. Gas prices are going to nuke, and risk is going to rally into the election, man. There's no other way. It's all manipulated. Like, as soon as you realize it's manipulated, life gets a lot easier.
And that'll be a problem in the next few years, but not this year. It's important.
Oh, there's going to be a bitch of a day sometime in the not too distant future where like that day of reckoning happens. We will pay for our mistakes, no question. But
do you guys? Sorry, I was thinking about this a lot, and there's so many people still thinking that we get some sort of like great depression, deflation cycle. But I think that's not happening ever again. Well, ever. I'm not gonna say ever because like we never know, like 500 years from now. But I do not think it's happening right from here, because we all know that fiat currencies are dead, but I think the way they will be pulling this off is like this slow, gradual transition to different assets. And I think it's also the least painful way. So they are kind of like trying to teach people, hey, fiat is going to zero. Everything will lose value against fiat. You better start, allocating your wealth into something worth it, something of value. And I think they will keep on doing this as long as they can. They'll be trying to postpone everything, and kind of like, at some point they will just say, this fiat is whatever. We just don't need it anymore. We have Bitcoin here. Let's just flip. I think this will be the way they do it. Rather than
I think CBDCs are set to, because I saw a good thread on this earlier in the week. Like I want to say CBDCs are set to launch 2026, 2027. That's the tentative launch date for the governments and that are really pushing them. And even though nobody wants CBDCs, you still have governments that are pushing them very, very hard, which I think just there is a certain level of urgency for these entities to get to financially censor people. Let's call it what it is. Here over the next few years, which I should have a positive tailwind, not just for crypto, but I also think AI as well, because AI and crypto's relationship is kind of one of the few things that can combat CBDCs. I'm not exactly sure the thesis of it. I couldn't explain it to you to that degree, but I am seeing that narrative pop up more and more, that ironically, like AI and crypto in tandem are probably going to be the way that we quote unquote break out of the chains of a CBDC, or that we can kind of maybe get around it. What do you guys think about that?
Well, he mentioned CBDCs yesterday, Paul, but he kind of said like, we are not interested in that, and it's not our job right now. But I don't know. I feel like they might, Europe once again completely fucked. So Europe will be rolling CBDC for sure. And they will kind of be like, hey, Europe is our test net. and just wait what happens there. And then
Europe is ETH plastic.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I think that, you know, they would roll them out already, but the problem is what happens to commercial banks and their whole oligopoly, right? That's kind of the bad thing with CBDCs. And given that, the major industry of US is banking sector, it's not that easy to just roll out CBDCs. So I think because if you just roll out CBDCs, you basically do not need commercial banks anymore. So just for those people that do not know this, so it's not that easy to push them out. Like the control would be amazing. The government and everyone in control would absolutely love that. It's the Max Orwellian scenario, but you would legit ruin your own banks that you own. So I think they are trying to find a way to realistically implement this, and don't think they are anywhere close. And we'll see whenever that happens. But yeah,
they'll probably bring it as a solution whenever this market cycle inevitably does come to a crashing end, which, as history shows us, it is inevitable. It's just a matter of like when that's going to happen. As far as like the cycle ending, this massive market cycle that we've been in essentially since like 2008. They'll come in and pitch it as the savior. We can guarantee your money, yada yada yada. They'll say the things that people want to hear when they're scared, and they will do what they always do, which is probably coerce people using fear. But
there's our resident doomer Snorlax. There he is. I've been waiting for him.
It's really not hard to push a social program onto people because you just inflict fear and then you come with a solution. So that's always very easy. We've seen that happen, in the past. We've seen that happen in China, and always. So it's always like, hey, come use CBDC, you will get these benefits. And then people will be like, all right, I'll start using it. And you get some portions, then you'll get like, and it always ends where like, only criminals use it, so we just only criminals use cash, so we just gonna ban it because CBDCs are here and blah blah blah. So it's not really that hard to push it onto the society. What's really hard, I think, is really the impact on commercial banks. That's the biggest challenge that they have. And until they figure that one out, they will not be rolling this. And there is still the problem that even if they were to roll it, you just cannot, you cannot create wealth from nothing. That's the whole theory of proof of work. That's why Bitcoin is functioning, because you have to consume energy to provide something. That's what it's always been in the history of mankind. And CBDCs are the idea that, if teachers are in problem, we're gonna supply them with currency. If these have problem, we're gonna supply them with currency. But you cannot supply every single hole that's leaking in the economy with currency, because you are just creating you are not creating anything. You are just creating digital numbers. That's and that always leads to problems. So what they are trying to do, basically, even now, CBDCs are just extended tool, but what they are trying to do is like trying to coordinate in a coordinated way to to somehow manage it. But I don't know.
Man, Bitcoin, I need you to I need Grayscale to stop market selling Bitcoin.
It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good.
Hey, what's going on? Do we pull on Agar? Oh, it's so over.
We could, man. We could pull up Agar. Look at this super chat though. What a great observation. BBBTC going parabolic. Yes.
There is one coin that we discussed, Tommy, that is not giving a single F.
It's absolutely not. Should we give it to him, or should we hit 200? Well, I mean, they might know, but how many likes are we at? Let me see.
Max, we had to pull the soybean chart already. You would be proud of us.
Yeah, we had to do it to him.
Was it on the 5-second chart?
Yeah. Well, then we looked.
High time frame actually looks kind of bullish.
Yeah, we looked at the high time frame chart. It was not bad. It was not bad, Max.
Wow.
Actually, the daily chart on soybean is looking like for buy options, buy calls.
Should we buy some soybean calls?
We have to.
I mean, I'm not going to, but I'll probably buy calls on other things.
It's the official mascot of our streams, man. We have to.
Jackus, we're at about 130 likes right now. I don't know if we can share the alpha with them yet.
Man,
Yeah.
alpha is only at 250. I'm not even debating that. Like, we are in bull market territory, like, come on.
I want to just say one word. Inevitable. Or inevitability.
Inevitability.
Can you swing the fingers too? When you say that?
Inevitability. I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Is that a meme?
Oh, wait, Max. You're on a thin ice now.
Max, it's the Thanos meme, bro.
Oh.
Where he goes, I am inevitable.
Dude, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me when Pepe goes to 80 billion market cap. I'm just gonna be sitting there just like Thanos mode at the end of the movie. And the sun is setting and he's just like all beat up. It's gonna be me because I won't be able to sleep for like 2 weeks while that's happening.
Hovering his hand at the market sell button.
I'll be in a state of delirium, man. It'll be epic.
And then you're gonna market dump Max and just.
And then I'm gonna market dump and be the biggest wick you've ever seen, and everyone's gonna go, "Who sold?" It was me. It was inevitable. I'm just kidding. I'm never selling, guys. Don't worry. I'm just kidding.
It will be Max. He will buy his own Iceland, and it will be in the shape of a frog, and he will be sitting there at the sunlight,
looking at the carnage around me.
Yeah, all of those drowning people in the blood around you.
Oh my God!
Jesus, Jeff.
How dare you, sir? Yeah. Can I use your pool?
Max, can I use your pool? Dude, I'm gonna be the rich Pepe multi-deca millionaire that literally lives in like the same exact place. Like no one in my life will actually know besides all of you guys. Like from a business side, people will know what happened. They will tell the story of the because Bitcoin guys literally aping Pepe at the lows. Guys, we haven't talked about this publicly. Our corporate treasury is in fucking Pepe.
A lot.
We adopted the MicroStrategy treasury strategy, but with Pepe instead of Bitcoin. I'm not even messing with you. Like we actually did that.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, for
guys,
years to come, man, people will tell the story of what we did over these years. They will look back and go, "Do you remember when that happened? I can't believe they did that."
You guys have no idea. But the way Sailor is having all these interviews with that ship behind him, that's Max, telling there is no second best, mortgage your house and buy more Pepe.
Yeah, bro. Dude, it's real, man. I bought some more recently.
People who are not buying Pepe are poor, right? I was just trolling Sailor, of course.
Dude, Sailor's literally the biggest chat of all time. Like, I don't get when people like rip on Sailor, bro. I literally love Michael Saylor. I've always said this, bro. Like, maybe he's a little sloppy with his buy orders, but besides that, man, like, he is a fucking beast, bro. Like, this man will margin his entire life, his life's work, to borrow as much money as he can and just blindlessly ape into Bitcoin. He owns 200 and like combined between his personal and MicroStrategy, like more than 1% of all of the Bitcoin that will ever exist, over like 250,000 Bitcoin. Okay. Whenever Bitcoin moves up or down $1, that's $250,000 swing for him. And he doesn't care at all. He literally is just like diamond hand Giga Chad through all of the volatility. And that's why some of you guys, not making it personal, you DM me and you post under my tweets. You're like, bro, is it over? Oh my gosh, Pepe pulled back a little bit. Oh my gosh, Caspa's nuking. Bro, is it over? I'm like, dude, literally just study Michael Saylor. Like, study Michael Saylor. Do you think Michael Saylor is nervous at all about any pullbacks? No, bro. That's called conviction. Like, he has more conviction in one arm hair than basically everybody on CT collectively combined, man. Like, study Michael Saylor and study Vin Diesel at the same time. Put them side by side and study both.
Saylor is a Chad. I remember he did an interview with I think it was Tucker Carlson at one point, and he was just like, "I'll just be buying the top again." Doesn't even care, man.
Oh my God, dude. Literally doesn't care.
Dude, he's such a Chad, bro. And like,
When-
I've listened to all of his content, man. I mean, I'm sure I've missed some of it, but like, I've listened to probably 100 hours plus of Michael Saylor. First of all, there is no better bull market podcast to listen to than a Michael Saylor interview in a bull market. There is nothing that gets me more hype, bro. Just like, there's no better propaganda than a Michael Saylor podcast. Like you drop a 1 hour podcast with Michael Saylor right now, I'm watching it like 3 times over, man. 100%. I'm falling asleep to it.
We got to get Michael Saylor on Market Talk or something like that.
Yeah, we do, man.
Dude, I would love to. Except he would hate what we do, bro. We literally are like technicians. He'd be like, he would literally look at us and be like, you guys are idiots.
We can have Bitcoin discussions.
You guys are idiots.
Well, bro, I'll get into the weeds. Like, here's the thing. I can't go toe to toe with Mike Tyson in his prime. That's who we're dealing with, bro. Like, you want me to talk Bitcoin with Michael Saylor? Like, I'm gonna sit there and like not be able to get a word in, you know? That man's Mike Tyson in his prime. But I'd love to sit there and look at him and just be intimidated by his giga chadness, because that's what he is. You know, he's unreal. I love Michael Saylor. Absolutely love him, man. He's fantastic.
But Max, who's more of a Chad? Saylor for putting Bitcoin in his treasury, or us for putting Pepe in our treasury? I mean,
dude, I mean,
come on now.
That's what are we even talking about? No, I mean, it's apples and oranges, right? Like, you know, we put 6 figures into Pepe. Well, not quite, whatever. We put a good chunk into Pepe. It's worth a lot now, but Saylor put, I mean, bro, he's margined a publicly traded company to just ape Bitcoin, you know, like he is. And dude, he's just so smart, man. Like I recognize like my own limitations as a man. Like, if you ever just like listen to him, he if you think I'm good at speaking and you think that I'm smart, man, I'm not even close to Saylor, man. Like, go study Saylor. Go listen to the Robert Breedlove What Is Money series with Michael Saylor. Dude, what I do is like the furthest left curve shit ever, man. He is a giga brain. Absolute giga brain. You know, he's a beast.
I was saying that during the peak 2022 bear, when people were absolutely laughing him off, and I was saying that he will come out with the last laugh and just put all these haters into a bin, because it's destined for him, you know.
My only concern with Saylor back in the bear market is I didn't know if he had like a liquidation price or something.
He had like 3K.
Yeah, I heard that, but I don't know if I ever saw him like confirm it. So I was at one point, I was like, are they just gonna nuke Bitcoin to basically like hostile take over his business? That was my only concern, just because I didn't know. Like, I just didn't know how he structured all that. I didn't really look into the notes that much.
He had a liquidation around 3K, and it would take lots of power to bring it that down, because at the same time there is lots of entities that would just scoop that up earlier than that. So he put his liquidation really like low, but at the same time he also said, and obviously there is a question ifs and so whatnot, but he said that if needed he would just add more collateral to it. So
Chad.
Come and get me.
Oh my God.
The martingaler.
Yeah.
Lesson to that though, not martingaling, but if you have enough time and enough margin, you can sit in crypto longs until you get some good news. Smartestmoney.eth, perfect example of this.
Yeah.
Who, the
Time,
insider?
margin, enough insider information, you too can be smartestmoney.eth.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Check this out, guys. What are we thinking here?
Hey, I told you guys yesterday on the Giga Chat call, I thought that Dimension might be bottomed, but
It's
I
definitely
think it
bottomed.
is.
It's definitely bottomed.
The question is, are there better chats than that?
yeah.
Yes.
Will they pump the coin?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know if they will. It's been a dead horse for a while, but doesn't look bad here.
I think alts look fine pretty much across the board, man.
It's
Hopefully
absolutely
look like-
insane how they are absolutely not caring about BTC here one bit. That's really telling you. That's really telling.
Almost like we might get a favorable legal outcome, Jackus, for all.
Almost.
What is
Almost.
that? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's over the
Okay.
course
Well, I don't
of
know if the outcome
the
tomorrow.
next.
Yeah.
Wait, there's one tomorrow, one on Saturday, and one on Monday.
Wow.
But it comes, with all this news, it always comes at the right time, at the right place. It's not a coincidence. The market knows, the insiders knows, market makers knows. It is what it is.
I don't love the look of this, guys, unless we can hold this. I'm worried we're gonna do one of those. We'll see. We will see.
It's over. Now there's
Either
too
way,
much,
much higher later.
too much support on the left side, Tucker. There.
Yeah.
That is a hideous looking chart. Not that it's implying downside, it's just it looks
Yeah, it's just nasty. Yeah. Yeah.
680 bill, then 1 trillion.
680? All the way back down here, man?
man.
Gotta
It's a
make them
big
scared again.
retracement.
Gotta make them scared.
That is a big. You want to fill all this in? I don't know if that's bullish, Jackus.
Oh, my lungs are generational, Jackus.
Jay been around for a while, been hurt too many times.
I do think at some point, I don't know if altcoins will, but I do think Bitcoin is going to retest that low to some degree. Maybe not make like a new one, but backfill some of it. If we do kind of just range in here. And then I think you'd get like that's a perfect like failed breakdown scenario. I'd be looking to long if it happens on Bitcoin. Jackus, I don't know if you remember when we were doing market check a few days ago, I pointed out that Bitcoin could be doing Tesla's adoption cycle. And I feel like the bounce
yeah.
me feel even more convicted that it might be.
Yeah. That's a good theory to work with. Until proven otherwise, of course. But until then, it's a good one to be thinking it's playing out.
I like this area, guys. I like it a lot.
Wait,
like
all the way down there, Tucker? Come on.
Okay, all right, Jack. All right, that's fair. All the way down there?
You guys really we're not going to squeeze out the market structure shorters before we go down there?
Yeah,
Like,
I think
I would do that.
Exactly. You guys are
yes.
We are the market makers.
We are. That's what I would do.
Yeah, you guys have no idea, but Tucker's market making Bitcoin. Max is market making Pepe. Tommy is market making Ether because he funds it so much.
I'm the reason Ether's been underperforming so much. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Some other alts. I think I like that STX looks so good here. To me, that makes me feel like one, Bitcoin has more meat on the table here over the next few weeks, but also that the Bitcoin ecosystem and ordinals are probably about to see their next legs higher as well. I saw somebody mention node monkeys in the YouTube chat a little bit earlier, and We were having an interesting discussion on ordinals, Tucker, Max, and I yesterday, and Node Monkeys. It's funny. It's, you know, they're the most expensive NFT, I want to say, or ordinal on Bitcoin right now, but they're trying to proclaim themselves as the crypto punks of Bitcoin ordinals. But I don't know that there's enough history on ordinals for anybody to self-profess themselves as the you know, the crypto punks of a given ecosystem, especially when you just don't. I mean, I look at the volume on these collections, and Node Monkeys, they just don't have the same volume as some of these other collections, which is, you know, partially understandable because they are the higher priced ordinal. But I think you would still like to see not as thin of a floor or as thin of a like a market, you know, to be reflective of demand to an extent. I just think there are probably some ordinal communities that have a bit more organic community and culture, and that's, you know, something that you can meme about all you want, but we're talking about ordinals and NFTs here. That is very important to consider.
We need to get to this, boys.
I won't show my bags, but I do have a favorite that I like for ordinals. And I think in general, like I said, STX legging up is probably a sign for ordinals as a whole that they're all about to leg up. And pay attention to the collections that have already made a new all-time high is what I would say.
STX looks fantastic, but yeah, we do need to get to, I wonder what collections those would be, Tommy, but we need to get to
Hashtag my bags.
yeah, literally. Wait, hang on. Velodrome. OKX. Daily, weekly. Weekly looks similar to Pepe before it chatted. Okay, let's hide that.
This is looking decent for a pump.
Will would love this chart, man.
Yeah, this is a classic Will chart, man. Okay. Weekly. Jesus.
Just a bit more time. That I like STX. STX is like the only jump coin that's actually good. Like INJ, it sucks, man. LDO, I hate those coins, but STX, even in the face of those coins kind of being weak, has shown a lot of strength here locally, which I like.
I kind of see it.
What does Velodrome do? I remember here. Velo is
the data service.
Right. What is Velo?
They don't have a coin, I don't think. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Velodrome does.
Who the fuck knows what 99% of those does, right?
They don't do anything. Yeah.
They make number go up or they don't.
Could it be? Nah, I don't know.
No, but some of them might be hidden alpha, but the thing is that we need the price to tell us, because if that's the best marketing for Bitcoin and always has been, you know. People could go around why Bitcoin is needed and so forth, but until normies see it pumping, they will not research it. They they first buy it because number go up, but they start researching it when they become community members. When it's going down, then they start researching BTC and why it's needed, basically. And the same is for most of the alts, right? Ain't nobody got time for that to research all them.
Let's see here. I'm gonna just make this look pretty. Yeah. What are we thinking here, guys? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
It's still better to speculate or gamble in the crypto casino than it is on the actual casino. Like, you know.
And yet we have a society, Jack, is encouraging. And I even say, like, I gamble on sports, but I was telling my fiance a few weeks ago, like, we advertise for sports gambling to a beyond excessive amount. I really don't think it's good for society.
Dude, it didn't used to be a thing, right? Like I never remember getting DraftKings ads, like, you know what I mean? Like even like 3 or 4 years ago.
And they're going to be all over the television over the next few days too.
Dude. Yeah.
But at the same time, we gotta protect the investors not to get hurt in crypto, right? But we will absolutely let you gamble all your life savings, you know, on these totally manipulated, you know, casinos.
You got a free airdrop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tax 50% of that, but you can go gamble money away on sports, man. Go for it.
Tommy, you know what Velodrome is?
Is it an Arbitrum token?
No, it is a DEX on base.
Oh, I thought that was Aerodrome.
I was told that it
Rise
was
of gambling culture is for crypto. I mean, yes.
I'm looking it up, man. I'm looking it up.
Because Aerodrome is a DEX on base. I was using it a few weeks ago. Hopefully, I get some base tokens in, you know, if they ever launch one.
Velodrome. What is that?
I feel like at this point, base almost kind of reminds me of ARB, where ARB, we knew ARB was going to launch a token. Maybe we don't know that base is going to launch one, but it will be way, I imagine, distributed somewhat similarly too.
It's optimism, Tommy. It's optimism. And it's
what is optimism? Optimism looks good though. Optimism looks good. So.
Is it a DEX? What is it?
I do kind of Velodrome now that you mention it.
Okay, Aerodrome is a fork of this Velodrome.
What does Optimism look like? Because
I have no idea.
I've seen the feed talking about it a little bit more. I think XO actually bought some
OP. Dude, I don't know. I can't get behind L2s, man. I just can't do it.
It's just looking like it wants to go parabolic. Like it does totally remind me BNB before it went from $4 to 200, basically.
That's gonna break a diagonal resistance and then just
match up. Exactly. That is telling you the Altseason is there in front of us.
Yeah, there are signs.
Is this the tool, Tommy? This is the tool, isn't it?
I use the forecasting tool.
There are some signs with some catalysts being discussed tomorrow.
It's with bars.
The bars forecast?
It's in the same section as the bars pattern.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, but I had to edit a ton of stuff on it to get it the way I wanted.
Yeah, literally. How?
Yeah, you're gonna.
Whoa.
Somebody mentioned. Somebody in the comments mentioned the Milady bean coin. I have seen somebody talking about that. Actually, ladies. He was comparing it to the setup on Bonk. Maybe we should take a look at the ladies coin.
The ladies coin, eh?
Yeah.
Wait, what is the ladies coin?
It's like a Milady token, but not a token for NFT holders. It was just a token, I think, that spawned from. You guys remember when all those like derivatives popped up last summer, of like everything? That's basically why ladies spawned, because Miladies were popping off and didn't have a token, and people wanted to be able to speculate on the newest derivative or meme coin. A lot like what we're seeing on Sol right now.
Look at that, Tommy. That's nice, isn't it?
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
No, that's too little target, man.
Yeah, I agree.
$8 is too little.
Legit studied BNB in past cycle before it went parabolic.
The one thing that makes me hesitant with Optimism is if base launches a token. Because if base launches a token, why would you hold Optimism when Optimism is supposed to benefit from base chain?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Why would you hold anything other than Solana is really the question you should be asking.
Yes, exactly, champ. Is money flowing in to make the number go up, and is there a cult behind it? You're absolutely right.
There is a cult behind this, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Max, what do you think about this chart?
No, don't ask Max.
I can't comment on that. I can't.
This does actually look like bonk, man.
Yeah, you know.
Listen, just as I said today, tell me, just as I said today on the Discord, they are simply, everyone has their, tokens that they simply cannot buy, cannot see, cannot discuss.
Suggest some things are better left unsaid for the sake of the industry. I love that comment, man. Real though, this reminds me of Mog after it broke out and consolidated and then ran another 10x. I bet if you overlaid the Mog chart on ladies, it's like scary accurate, Tucker.
Oh, the Mog chart.
Will would have loved this show.
I know. What should I look at it on? The wrapped ETH pair, probably.
Probably, but I don't know how. Yeah, the Uniswap one. Actually, that's probably just as good. Yeah, I think we're basically like in that consolidation above the range. Yeah.
What, you think we're here?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Jeez, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Observe, Max. Observe.
Don't show Max.
That's
This
another
also probably means like
3.5x.
30K a pop soon.
That's like a 5x right there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Max will laugh from his frog-shaped Ireland.
I was telling Tucker and Max my barbell right now is long the frog and I'm short US Treasuries, man. What a ridiculous pair trade.
It's the ultimate pair trade, Tommy.
Barbell. Long frogs and shorting the future of the United States. Yeah, man, that actually does look really good. I should pick up some ladies after this stream.
I can't
Ladies
do it, man.
the coin.
I can't do it. It's like XRP for me, man. I can't do it. It just ain't gonna happen.
XRP right now, you're eating. You're eating.
Is XRP ripping right now?
It was up 6% earlier on the stream.
Ooh, I had to say that. Ooh, 6%.
Fade now at your own peril.
Oh my god, I had to. You teed it up.
Something an ETH person would say.
Yeah.
ETH Bitcoin's up 1% today, guys.
Oh my god. Is it actually though? Yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't know.
It literally is. It's green today.
It is a good and I think I said this to you guys too. Like, it's a good inflection point for ETH this week that we did not break down. From the fact that like ETH was leading downside for a 20% correction and didn't break through support on the Bitcoin pair. That's pretty notable to me still. So I still feel like the biggest threat to ETH Bitcoin downside is not USD downside anymore, but it's going to be Bitcoin upside. And if that does happen, it's like, I wouldn't even care, because that just means a really long cycle for crypto and Bitcoin, and a much larger alt season than I think anybody can even comprehend.
Rufus Doofus is doing that very well. I rotated most of my SOL into CAS a couple of days ago. Wait, is Rufus the member of BB?
Oh no.
Because
the name is familiar.
Because this is something I just spoken about about 2 days ago, about the SOL Kaspa ratio and how it's a good time to start rotating into Kaspa. And how it was not good to hold Kaspa since like October
Oh,
2020.
he's in the Discord, bro. He's in the Discord.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, shout out Rufus. Todd is
Okay,
right.
so
Thank you.
soul,
Thank you.
any levels on cast soul chart? Do you have a cast soul chart? Because I do not.
I do, but I shared it.
Yikes.
I think that's
Yeah.
coming into a level though where it should bounce.
Yeah.
Not bounce. It will rip the new highs from here.
Will it though?
Yes.
Pairing altcoins against each other always produces the ugliest charts. I think you more have to view them as like oscillators within a range.
No, this is a great chart. I love it to buy. There are people that buy when number is up. I buy when number is down. That's it. People always laugh. People laughed when I was buying Link at $5. People laughed when I was buying BTC. It doesn't matter. There's been so many. This is a great chart for a buy.
Yeah. The CAS soul chart. What does CAS USD look? Max, I'm sure you have some CAS propaganda.
I do. I'm not going to share it though. I'm going to save it for. I'm dropping a video, like in an hour probably.
That looks like Soul from a few weeks ago.
Does it?
To me, yeah.
I don't see
when
it.
Soul went to, let me see. Looking at the chart right now. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Soul back in like the 1st of March when it just started to break out of the range.
Yeah, actually, I do see that. Let's see here. We'll make it nice and clear. Yeah, one of those. The rotated rectangle is kind of goated. I'm not going to lie. That's a Max specialty. You think this bleed was this bleed, though? Yeah.
I think we lost Max.
Oh, wait. Is Max not here?
I think he just dropped off.
Max.
Taking care of some big business.
I doubt it.
He saw us talking about Miladies and was like, all right.
He's like, all right, we're good.
Oh, no. That's it.
There it is. Let's make this one green. Let's make this one red. Yeah, we got to make it pretty like Max's charts or else he doesn't like it. Make this one green. All right. There you go. You're welcome. You're all welcome. Crafted
by Tucker. Trademark.
All
right, guys. I think it's time to wrap up.
I think you're right. We've been going for about 70 minutes.
Hang on. No, it's not. We got to show Sal some love. He's referred 10 people to our channel. He's fully deployed. What a fucking Chad.
Amazing.
We do have
Chad
as well, guys.
Oh, yeah, we do have another one. Daniel Kim, if you guys have time, could you look at Omnom? It's on Doge Chain. I have no idea.
I saw somebody talking about this yesterday, and then I looked
at Doge Chain.
Omnom is, I think, like the biggest Doge Chain meme coin, or at least it might become the biggest. There's another one on there. I'm not sure the name of it, but
wait, is this a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh my!
I think it's the market cap is still pretty small.
It looks like a rock pool.
Dude, who got a hold of this?
Blunts, if you know who that is. He talked about it yesterday.
Yeah. Can you zoom in a little?
Is there another chart? No, there's not. Yes.
E chart, brother.
Here's the structure.
Oh my god.
That's one of those scam pumped coins.
Guys, it's called a falling wedge breakout. What are you talking about?
It's called real world adoption.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, I like the meme. Omnom.
What's
Like,
the market cap? Do we know?
it's 25 to 30 million, but I could be wrong on that. It's still pretty small.
I love the meme that if you read Solana backwards.
Wait, no. 20. It's 18 mil. It's 18 mil. That's how you got to trade it based on market cap. You can't look at this chart and do anything with it.
Yeah.
You really just can't.
If you think Doge is going to go up 10 to 20x in the next year or so, then Nam. How many are there? I think only one, or are there two? Either way, Nam squared will probably go up a lot if you think Doge is going to go up a lot. I would just be willing to. I would just be willing to stomach some volatility on this one.
Yeah. Chain GPT. What is Chain GPT? Last one, and then we'll see GPT.
Wait, it's an actual thing?
Yeah.
I thought it was a soul shit coin, man.
Chain GPT. It's on MEXC, bros.
Oh my god!
Wow.
It looks really good.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it does.
I'm sure you could find some
price but
on Sui that
the thing is, right, you always open these charts and you're like, oh my god, this looks good. And that's the problem. You guys open these charts and be like, this looks good, I'm buying. That's what every other normie out there says, and that's when you get dumped on. And when you open charts like Sol Kaspa, you're like, oh my god, it looks so bad. I'm closing this chart, right? And that's why it's going to pump.
That's real. That's real. I mean, even earlier this morning, Jackus, I was talking to a group chat about XRP, and I was like, I might sound kind of stupid for saying this, but I think XRP looks really good here. And there's a big whale in this chat that has been short XRP as part of like a long AI short XRP pair trade for months. And I'm hoping that he's finally going to cover the short, but who knows, man? I mean, people just hate on XRP because that chart always looks terrible until it doesn't. I would say that's one of the biggest candidates of like what you just said. Oh, this chart looks good, I'm going to buy it, and then they get dumped on. But ultimately, the higher time frame is just like the slow grind accumulation higher that does look somewhat bullish. So,
listen, he is going to cover the short whether he likes it or not. And the question is whether he's going to, whether he. All right.
There you go.
He will cover the short if he hasn't already, though. I agree with you. But yeah, guys, we have been going for about an hour and 20 minutes. So we are probably going to be wrapping things up here. Big shout out to everybody who tuned in for the stream today. Real quickly, some housekeeping, as always, before we wrap up. I didn't see how many likes we got to today. We didn't really bug you too badly. We put the soybeans on the chart one time, but either way, appreciate you guys so much for coming in. A reminder that Market Check will be back tomorrow morning for Friday's show to kick off the end of our week. It's been a very interesting one, as you guys know. Traded all the way down to like 61, 62K, and now we're already back at levels not seen since last week. So a lot of volatility in these markets, but we are going to be here to cover it for you on Market Check every morning. Typical start time around 11 a.m. Eastern time. You guys get analysis from the full cast and crew of me, Tucker, Max, Jackus, and Dr. Will's Outlook. We even had a great guest on earlier this week named Guru Asymmetry. So make sure to give him a follow as well and watch that episode if you have the chance. But yeah, also a reminder, our flagship show, Market Talk. It's a Twitter space hosted by the legendary King Wabi. He does an exceptional job on those spaces. I always say you never know the direction that they're going to go. Yesterday, we were obviously talking about FOMC, a little bit of macro, but at the same time, the conversation can just as easily shift back to meme coins. And I think that speaks very positively to, just the conversations that you can have on shows like that. But that typical start time is 4:15 to 4:30 Eastern time. And it is live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Not Wednesday, because we give our Giga Chads a little bit of extra love in the Discord on that day. Just a quick shout out to that Discord. If you guys haven't joined already, we have raised our prices. But I mean, look, a week like the last 2 weeks are a perfect example, man. I mean, things are scary. Altcoins are down 40 or 50% from their highs. It's very easy to panic if you don't have experience or if you don't have great community around you, which is something that I always talk about at Because Bitcoin. We have an exceptional community, guys. We had a lot of guys just very supportive of each other. And it's nice to have that available when you do have these sell-offs. Because as you can see, within one day, we can be back at the highs on a lot of these assets. And you can, you know, you blink and you don't even know that the dip happened. So it's useful to have that community, that support ultimately. And I cannot recommend our Discord any more than, you know, Max does every day when we go live on these market checks with you guys. But that's enough rambling for me, guys, to wrap up the show. We can go ahead and finish up here. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. As I said, have a great rest of your Thursday, a great rest of your week. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks again.
Tommy, real quick, you know, the best disclaimer for the Discord is the testimonials, guys. Just go look at them. All right. We can never, you don't have to believe us. Okay. You literally don't. You shouldn't, right? Go look at the testimonials. That's all I'm going to say. That's all there is to say, guys. All right. Check it out. We've been smashing it. But anyways, here we go. Where's the end?
We've been smashing it and you guys have been smashing the like button, but we'll be back tomorrow for another episode of Market Check. Thanks again, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Boom.
Salute, Dr. Salute.